Look at that kitty cat. Hi, how's it going? This week I decided to film every meal that I ate and cooked for your viewing pleasure because I think that it's interesting. We're all stuck at home, we're all trying to cook, we're all trying to spend little amounts of money, especially if you're in college or unemployed like most of us. Sometimes it's hard to come up with good vegan ideas when you're on a budget, but I'm here to tell you that it is very possible and it can be very delicious. I try not to spend too much on groceries, but I like to invest. I'll spend anywhere from $60 to $90 every 2 weeks. Yeah, I thought I would show you guys some quick, easy meals that I make, some things that I can make all at once and eat over a few days, stuff like that. So here's what to eat when you're quarantined, vegan, and kind of poor. So I started my morning off with a little bit of mint green tea, taking the tea bag out with my fingers, of course, sweetening it up with some blue agave, and then of course I'm adding some oat milk. Shake it up, it's necessary. I definitely added a little bit too much. It's like just milk. And then I ate some banana bread, and I'm going to show you how to make this banana bread right now. So this is 4 ripe bananas. Squish them up, probably not with a whisk because it just gets stuck in there like this. Then I'm adding some chunky applesauce. This is our egg replacement. A little bit of oat milk, but I added this way too early, so don't do this now. Vanilla, a little bit of salt. There's some flour, some coconut sugar, baking soda, and baking powder. I tried to mix this with a whisk. Again, save yourself some time. Do this with a spoon. My batter's a little bit liquidy, but it's fine. I added some cinnamon there at the end, and then this is some oil on a paper towel as the 4-person's pan. I'm pouring this into my pan, and then I'm going to stick it into the oven for 50 minutes at a temperature. And then it comes out like this. Again, mine was a little bit too wet. But it was still delicious, so just don't add that oat milk. And then here's me and my little man enjoying breakfast together. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make some garlic hoisin noodles. You need butter, angel hair pasta, I think spaghetti works, a little bit of hoisin sauce. Plugging in my Instant Pot, you're going to put it on saute. Add some butter, add some garlic, a lot of garlic. Saute that together. Add 4 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, or as much as you want. Again, saute that together. Add your noodles in layers. Pour in some water. And then this is a little bit of garlic on the top. I could not close this lid to save my life. Sometimes I get the Instant Pot, sometimes I just don't. I got it closed eventually. Anyway, then I'm cutting up some green onion to put on top of the noodles, letting that air out. Don't worry if it looks a little liquidy at first. Once you stir it up, it kind of just figures itself out. I did actually add some salt. Here's the green onions, and add a little bit of sesame seed on top. Mix it all together and serve her up. These were so good. I really recommend making these. But I always, it definitely needs a little bit of sriracha, so add sriracha. Then I went grocery shopping, safely of course, with a mask, and washed my hands immediately after. Look at this guy, Cotton Eye Joe here. He doesn't like the mask. So I wanted to show you guys what I got grocery shopping. I got some white mushrooms, some pita chips. I got another avocado. I got 2 cucumbers, 2 zucchinis, some green onion, and some jalapenos and bananas. And a Red Bull, I guess. There's that little man again. He's so cute. This is Leonidas, King of Sparta. So then I decided to make hummus. So I'm going to grab some garbanzo beans, some lemon juice, some tahini paste. I had a leftover jalapeno. And then I'm going to add the chickpeas here. I would save a little bit of the chickpea juice to add. I didn't. This is tahini paste. I'm cutting up that jalapeno, garlic, a little bit of lemon juice, salt, pepper, red pepper flakes, cayenne pepper, and paprika. I wanted to make like the roasted red pepper type hummus, so I found a can of these luckily just in my fridge. They were impossible to open though. I'm adding a little bit of those. Of course, some olive oil. I wish I tripled the amount of everything I put in here because I ended up adding more tahini, more lemon juice, more garlic, more red pepper flakes, more cayenne. And I added a little bit of water. This is where I would use the chickpea juice. It wasn't quite the right texture, so I added some more of those peppers, and it was the perfect texture with some cucumbers, broccoli, pita chips, and mushrooms. It was amazing. So next I made some chocolate chip cookies. This is just the Simple Truth Organic chocolate chip cookies. You just throw them in the oven and you've got vegan chocolate chip cookies, no problem. So this is the next morning and I'm feeding my little man. He always eats first. And I wanted to make some avocado toast, so I'm cutting up my French bread, sticking that in the toaster, cutting up my avocado magically, smashing this on some toast. I added some salt, some red pepper flakes, and some cilantro. This is my coffee. I make it the exact same way as I make my green tea, oat milk, blue agave, and I decided to plate this with some strawberries. Then I wanted to show you the meal that I made this night for dinner. This is chicken parmesan. You know, sometimes you just have to use what's left in your freezer and your fridge. Well, you know, I mean, this is an ugly meal. Who are we kidding? This is like a gourmet lean cuisine. A little red wine to top it all off. What would you rate this?
10 out of 10. I would pay for it at a restaurant.
You would?
Call it chicken parmesan.
It is, yeah.
All right, cool.
So I had some granola and strawberries the next morning and some black coffee. This is just a really classic breakfast, a little bit of oat milk. And then I made some more hummus, but I didn't show you what I did in it. But it's basically avocado and more jalapeno and cilantro on top. Here I'm making some pasta. My tip for making pasta is always measure out a cup. It's just the perfect amount of pasta. Oh, someone's hungry. Then I'm just cooking some broccoli and some olive oil. And I didn't really show what I did here, but basically I just made some buttered noodles with broccoli on top, a little bit of nooch and red pepper flakes. Trying to figure out what I want for lunch right now, and all I want is the exact same meal that I ate last night. But I'm gonna try to not do that because I want to, okay, I thought of something. I'm making a very classic dish of mine, one of my favorites. Hold on, let me put this on the stove. I just put a little olive oil in the pan. I'm gonna take some bread. We're gonna cut ourselves like a fat chunk of Sammy, and I'm gonna toast it. Duh. We're adding some sliced white mushrooms. Ruggies. Ew. Now I'm gonna cut my tomato. I like my tomato super thin because it's so much better to layer like a bunch of thin tomatoes than like put two thick ass tomatoes on your sandwich, and it's like a BL. It's not anything like a BLT, is it? I mean, it's kind of like a BLT. Mushroom, lettuce, arugula. Mushroom, now. I'm gonna take some salt and pepper over here. Look, let's add some garlic to this now. Bread's looking done. Look at that bread. On the base of my Sammy. We're gonna pile that on there. Pop another mater. Salt my tomato. Pepper. Balsamic vin. Bam. And then for the next night, I made basically the same thing from the other night, but I added some zucchini. And I'm going to heat up some olive oil. And I'm cooking my pasta in the Instant Pot because sometimes I cook it on the stove, sometimes I don't. This is an avocado. Don't follow the way I do it. Wow. Oh, and then we have someone who's ruining my video. Taking out the pasta, draining the pasta, sticking it in the bowl. See, this is exactly what I mean. Putting some butter in it, taking those veggies, sticking them on top. And then we've got a zucchini stealer. Yeah, I'm glad it's hot. And yeah, added some avocado on top, and this is the best. All right, so that's what I have for you guys this week. I hope that you take some of these recipes and make them yourself, or at least get some inspiration on what to cook, because sometimes it's hard to think of something that's kind of healthy. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.